So I want to remind everyone about a few points considering strength building and the Buteyko method. First of all, that if you are following the Buteyko principles while working out, then you are increasing your CO2, right? And by increasing your CO2, you can trigger some Chroniosepsis symptoms. Just keep it in mind. My story is that once I decided to do an intense Buteyko praxis at the seaside, and I started walking 5-6 hours a day for a week with the belt and doing breath holds. And that's when my Chroniosepsis symptoms at that time related to my tonsils became incredibly active. And I had to spend 3 weeks in bed being very tired because the infection became active. So it could happen, keep it in mind. But if it does, it's actually a very positive thing, because then you know that you need to address the source of Chroniosepsis, and until it's gone or really or healed, the situation going to continue. It's kind of a blessing in disguise. That's one thing. The other thing is that anyone could start building strength. And as always, you need to stay with what you can do, not with what you cannot do, right? I remember that in the Buteyko clinic in Moscow, Dr. Novozhilov once told me that how he works with people on wheelchairs, right? And so even if you're on a wheelchair, you can do some strength exercises. You can also do tension relaxation, things like that. So even if you could just move one finger and that's it, that's where that's your baseline, that's where you can start exactly. And then you will be able to move 2 fingers and so on. So always respect the limitations imposed by you on you by your breathing. So always stay within the parameters of what your breathing allows you to do. Maintain nasal breathing and quiet breathing during exercises. And if you do that, then you will be able to do more and more and more. Also, I want to mention that there are interesting ways, unusual ways to build strength. Apparently, better breathing makes people stronger just on their own. And that's been my own experience. I never was more flexible and stronger than I am now. And even though sometimes I don't exercise much, I feel that the difference was created by better breathing. Also, on the Breathing Center's website, you might want to read an article in the blog section on chewing. Chewing well makes people much stronger because it improves metabolism, just like breathing does. And now we have some research which shows that fasting makes people stronger as well for the same reason. So it's very interesting how it works. And while working out, doing any type of workout, please keep in mind that you can increase effectiveness of your exercises by adding other building blocks. So what are they? Reduced breathing, of course, is very, very important. And it's easy to add reduced breathing by wearing a belt while doing cardio exercises, right? Very simple, but very effective. You can also add breathing exercises such as humming or breath holds or breathing through one nostril and others. So then you will spend the same time doing a workout, but you will double the effect of the exercises. And you can also add a spiritual element to make the exercises stronger. For example, my favorite physical exercise is doing prostrations, which is bowing. And it's a spiritual exercise as well. So when I prostrate, when I bow, I always imagine a spiritual figure, someone who is higher than me on the ladder of spiritual evolution. And I do prostration with devotion, right? So yoga is another wonderful combination of physical and spiritual exercises together. What I'm saying here is to make your, it's difficult for all of us to find time to do physical exercises, right? And if you are spending some time doing it, try to make it as effective as possible, because it will improve metabolism in your body and will improve everything